Good morning, students. 9th Standard Social Science, Geography Lesson 2, Lithosphere Part 2, Exogenetic Processes. Let us see the learning objectives. To comprehend the various external processes of the Earth, to study the different types of weathering and the resultant features, to learn how the weathered materials are transported by movement, to study about the erosional and depositional landform features associated with rivers, underground water, glaciers, winds and waves. Introduction of the lesson. The earth movements. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as the lithospheric plates. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the earth. The forces which act in the interior of the earth are called endogenetic processes, and the forces that work on the surface of the earth are called exogenetic processes. The previous chapter you have learnt about the endogenetic processes, and in this chapter we will learn about the exogenetic processes. The earth is a dynamic system that undergoes various changes due to internal and external processes. The continuous interaction of these two processes controls the structure of the earth's surface. The external processes are the consequence of solar energy and gravitational forces, whereas the internal processes are an outcome of the earth's internal heat. Exogenetic processes, weathering and mass movement. Here weathering furtherly divided into three types: physical weathering, chemical weathering and biological weathering. Gradation, two divisions are there: degradation and aggradation. Let us see about weathering. Weathering is a breaking, disintegration and decomposition of materials of the earth crust by their exposure to atmosphere. There are three types of weathering: physical weathering, chemical weathering and biological weathering. Physical weathering happens when rock is physically broken into smaller pieces. Look at the picture. First picture you can see water collects in rock cracks. Then water freezes and expands, forcing crack to widen. Then ice thaws, contract and water gets deeper into cracks again. Then repeated action, that is repeated expansion and contraction, causes further cracks till rocks splits. Let us see the textbook. Physical weathering. It is a breakdown of rocks without changing their chemical composition through the action of physical forces. The constant freezing and thawing of rocks during the night and day leads to the expansion and contraction of rocks. Cracks are formed and disintegration occurs eventually. And exfoliation, block disintegration, granular disintegration, etc. are the different types of weathering. Types of physical weathering. Exfoliation. The alternate heating and cooling on rounded rock surfaces leads to the peeling of rocks layer by layer like an onion. This is called the exfoliation. Sheeting, shuttering are the other forms of exfoliation. Look at the picture. Look at this. You will notice that just as we can remove each and every layer, outer layer of the onion, similarly in nature, rocks undergoes such a process. The exposed part of the rock heats more while the inner part is comparatively cooler. As a result, the outer layer of the rocks fall apart from the main part. This is called the exfoliation of the rock. Granular disintegration. Look at the picture. It is a crystalline rocks where the grains of the rocks become loose and fall out. Actually, granular disintegration takes place in crystalline rocks where the grains of the rocks become loose and fall out. This is due to the action of temperature and frost. Block disintegration that occurs in well-joined rock just like granite. In these rocks are split along the joints into larger rectangular shaped blocks. See the textbook. Repeated expansion and contraction of rocks during day and night respectively causes stress on the joints of the rocks, which results in block disintegration. Look at the picture. Let us see the chemical weathering. It is a process of breaking down rock through chemical changes. Chemical weathering, disintegration and decomposition of rocks due to chemical reactions is called chemical weathering, and this is predominantly high in the hot and humid regions such as the equatorial, tropical and subtropical zones. Chemical weathering takes place through the processes of oxidation, carbonation, solution and hydration. The agents of chemical weathering are oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and water. Look at the picture. Here the water plays an important role in chemical weathering. Oxidation. This process occurs in rocks which have iron present in them. The iron in the rock comes in contact with water and chemical reaction takes place between iron and oxygen. Hence a reddish colored layer forms on the rocks. This is called rust. When you keep nails in the wet cloth, you must have noticed a similar thing. Like similar process occurs in rocks in areas with high rainfall. There are many more processes involved in chemical weathering besides the ones mentioned above. Daily life examples include moistening of table salt in rainy season, apple slices turning brown, etc. Carbonation. The rainwater travels through the atmosphere before reaching the ground. Carbon dioxide in the air gets mixed in the water. In this process, dilute carbonic acid gets formed. Materials like limestone gets easily dissolved in such acids. Example, water plus carbon dioxide equal to carbonic acid. Solution. Some minerals in the rock gets dissolved in water. Limestone is formed due to chemical precipitation between water and alkalis. At Vadgan Daria in Ahmednagar district, limestone gets precipitated chemically, that is undergoes chemical weathering again. Similarly, because of solution, alkalis in the rock dissolves and make them brittle. Let us see the textbook. Oxidation. Oxygen in the atmosphere reacts with the iron found in rocks. Thus leads to the formation of iron oxide. This process, similar to the rusting of iron, pressure of air and water, is known as oxidation, which results in the weakening of rocks. Next it is a carbonation. Carbonation is a mixing of water with the atmospheric carbon dioxide forming carbonic acid. Carbonation is important in the formation of caves in limestone region. When the carbonic acid reacts with the carbonate rocks, the rocks get disintegrated. Solution. The process of dissolution of rock substances in water result in the loosening of rock particles. This in turn breaks down the rocks. Hydration. Absorption of water into the mineral structure. Certain chemicals in the rock enlarge in size in humid conditions. These minerals found in the rock swell and this result in the development of cracks and the rock wears down. This type of weathering is called hydration. Biological weathering. Biological weathering occurs due to the penetration and expansion of plant roots. Earthworms, burrowing animals like rabbits, rats, and some human activities are involved in the biological weathering. Biological weathering is weathering caused by plants and animals. Plants and animals release acid forming chemicals that cause weathering and also contribute to the breaking down of rocks and landforms. Once again, recall the weathering. Weathering is the breaking, disintegration and decomposition of materials of the earth crust by their exposure to atmosphere. There are three types of weathering: physical weathering, chemical weathering and biological weathering. Physical weathering types. exfoliation, block disintegration, granular disintegration. Chemical weathering, disintegration and decomposition of rocks due to chemical reactions is called chemical weathering. Its processes are oxidation, carbonation, solution and hydration. Water plays an important role in chemical weathering. Biological weathering. Biological weathering is weathering caused by plants and animals. Plants and animals release acid forming chemicals that cause weathering and also contribute to the breaking down of rocks and landforms.